Secrets of Rætikon. Rætikon. I'm going to go with that. Rætikon. You find yourself alone in the mountains of the Alps. Discover strange contraptions, wild animals, and mysterious of an ancient culture. Uncover the secrets of Rætikon in an atmospheric open-world 2D game in which you fly like a bird and explore an uncharted world. Secrets of Rætikon is an action-focused exploration game with an open world. Fly through the savage mountains of the Alps and collect parts of an ancient machine. The world is rich in interactivity, trees, rocks, plants, and animals. Everything is physics-based and can be grabbed and dragged around. Hostile animals protect their habitats and interact with you as well as each other. Use this ecosystem as your advantage. Drag a bird of prey to another predator and they attack each other. Grab a robin and feed it to a buzzard. It will attack the poor bird instead of you. Defend yourself by wielding spiked plants, by pushing foes into thorns and bushes. So, Secrets of Rætikon. It's an artsy game that is typical in a lot of indie games. There are solid mechanics and a well-executed art style, but they forget about the things that keep people playing a game. The story. No matter how great the art or the music is, if the story isn't there, then there's nothing to engage the player, and they're just going to turn away from it. The game starts you off falling from the sky and landing hard on the ground. You learn how to flap your wings and how to grab stuff, scratch and dive bomb, and your goal is to grab these gold triangles that get past stage blocks, collect red triangles for health, and then if you get enough blue triangles, you don't have to go back to the main hub of the game. There are a bunch of things to do in this game. There are statues to rebuild, translate these old tablets with ancient writing on them, deposit your gold triangles into these shrines, and then you take this totem back to the hub area, and the part of this great machine then unlocks, and I don't know after that. It's not really clear what happens next. It shows that there's another animal in a cage, but that's it. There's no story box that tells you you've awoken the great beast spirit or anything like that. It's just great. You're 1/8 of the way closer to beating the game. There's nothing that tells you what you're doing or why there's broken statues or why you're the only bird that looks like this. So nothing. So when it got to the hour mark of me playing this game, I'm like, cool, guess I'm never coming back. The controls are perfect for what the game is looking to do. You play as a bird, and the whole game controls exactly how you would imagine the controller would control a bird. Everything feels exactly where it should. Left bumper, dive bombs, right bumper. You attach onto things with your claws. The A button is to flap so you can fly faster. Screech is with B, and X is to deposit your yellow triangles in the bank. Yeah, sure, why not, I guess. Oh, and also move with left thumb. Reminds me of those triangles from Deus Ex and how there were a lot of things back in the early 2010s that had triangles in different shapes and sizes over everything. Sort of like they look like raised and changed. The level design of this is still very clear. There are obvious ways to go, and sometimes they are able to help trick you and not show you secret ways to go. This is good, though, in games like this. It's important that some secret places can help reward the player with a nice treat. Most times it's a letter to help translate tablets. I'm just now realizing that I never actually took the time to translate these tablets or try to see if there was some way of auto-translating. They give you these keys to the code on the side of the screen, but they don't change any of the letters on the tablets. It's sort of like looking at things spelled in the Pokemon Unknown. Unfortunately, I haven't been staring at Secrets of Rætikon cipher for the last 15 years and can't instantly tell what a sign says. I really hope there was a button that I hadn't pressed yet. I really don't want to have to sit there and guess what it says or get out a piece of paper to write it down. The combat in this game is incredibly frustrating. There are crows and magpies that come and try to take what you're holding onto. There are falcons that attack you along with bobcats. The bobcats make sense. You can't fight back. I mean, like, when have you ever heard of a bird fighting a cat and winning? That just doesn't happen. But the other birds are smaller than you. I thought that if I collected enough blue triangles, then maybe it'd learn an attack or something, rather than just grab and dive. But no, you're literally expected to just always use your environment. And it's a lot to ask. It's like fighting a guy in 0G space, and all you have is a steel chair, and your opponent has a gun. The fights are way out of balance. At one point I had to grab a rock with thorns and run into the hawk that kept attacking me. The problem with this, we're not going to tell you anything that would distract from the art. It's that when you're given something new, you're expected to just know what to do with it. I found this site that gave me a black version of this thing that normally is glowing yellow. I had no idea what to do with it, and after flying around with it for almost 15 minutes, dragging it from here to there, I finally just put it back in the room I found it in. And when I find a use for it, I'll have to go all the way back and go get it. But for now, it's just like, alright, whatever. There used to be a time in my life where I'd be all for playing a game that's like you have to collect all these different things and go do this thing and build this thing. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, no, I don't have to do that. If I don't have anything to do and if I don't have a reason, then I'm just not going to do it. I'm confident that this is a fine game. I'm just not so hooked into anything that's going on. If you want to have some Echo the Dolphin vibes and have a new indie game to play around with, then sure, I guess give it a shot and try it. But there honestly isn't anything here that's making me recommend it. So if you got this game as part of a bundle, give it a whirl, but if you don't have it, don't feel compelled to go pick it up. This game was actually made by Broken Rules, the same developer that made And Yet It Moves. I played that game before, but yet I have no idea where. I don't have it on Steam, I don't think I played it on the 360 back in the day, but it looks super familiar, and I swear I've played a good part of it. If you think I'm wrong, feel free to just go off in the comment section. If there's a game in the Giant Itch bundle that you think is super cool, then let me know. If you like what I had to say, then thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to keep up to date. Actually, I have a minute, so if you want, follow me here for a second. If you subscribe to a lot of people and you're worried about missing something from them, then instead of setting your YouTube bookmark to just the YouTube home, set your bookmark to your subscriptions page, and then you don't have to worry about getting the bell notification, and then you still won't miss anything, because it'll show what's new from the people you're subscribed to. Half the stuff on YouTube from the front page is useless junk anyway. Anyway, friends, stay safe out there, keep digging through your pile of back catalog, and we'll see you next time.